What's up, guys? Amy here. Today we are doing a full face of makeup with one brush. This is our buff brush. It is my favorite for full coverage airbrushed finish, not cakey or heavy, just right. So I'm starting with the smaller end of my brush and my lightest shade, my brightener, and it is perfectly shaped to fit in that area under your eye. So just on the inner and outer corners of your eyes, and then down the center of your face. Flipping over to the pointier edge of the brush, and I'm going to use that to do my contour. So I'm just hugging right underneath, get my hair out of the way, right underneath my cheekbone. Then I'm going to place it on the top of my forehead. I'll connect that onto the other side. I'm going to hug this cheekbone over here. You want to stop around the outer edge of your eye, and then right along your jawline. This is what's going to give us some shape and definition to our face. Your nose contour is optional. I like to just use my finger. I'll kind of touch my fingers in the center of my nose and pull downwards, connect that at the bottom. And then you can use whatever's left on the brush to kind of contour underneath your lip and plump that up a little bit. Wiping off any excess contour, and then I'm going to go back into my lightest shade and just pop a really small amount down the center of my nose. Now I'm just going to fill in with my main highlight. So this is the color that matches my skin tone. You can see I am not digging or pushing into the tin of makeup. I tap really lightly. That is key with this brush. You want to use a light hand. You don't need to pick up a ton of makeup. And then the part that takes the longest is just the blending. So I like to blend my lightest shades first, and you can see the motion that I'm using is more of a tapping and pushing. Tapping and pushing. And this is going to start to really blend all those colors together beautifully. And because it has sat on your face for a few minutes, the creams have warmed up to your skin, making it very easy to blend. So tapping and pushing the lightest shades all around my face. And then I will go into my contour up here. You want to blend downwards and make sure there's a gradient of color. Same thing with your jawline. You're going to blend downwards onto your neck. And then when you get to your contour on your cheeks, you want to blend up so that you create some lift. So tapping and pushing all around my entire face. I tend to do my nose contour last, and I'm just going to blend that all together. The buff brush is actually very easy to use. And again, my biggest tip is just not picking up too much makeup as you're applying. So you can use the brush to apply your blush, or you can just use your finger. I'm just tapping that up kind of high on my cheekbones because I prefer a more lifted look. And then I will just, again, push and tap that into my skin to blend it out. This is Black Cherry. It is such a pretty shade. I used the same color on my lips and cheeks. So you can stop there. That's a full face of makeup, but I do want to show you that if you want to add bronzer, you can still use this brush. Again, very light hand. I'm going to add the bronzer to where the sun would naturally hit my face, on my forehead, on my cheekbones, so it's above where the contour is. You can also bring it down onto your neck. If your neck is lighter than your face and your chest, that's going to bridge the gap. I love bronzer. You guys know I wear it every single day. So just tapping in, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side of my face. And again, just do not swipe or dig into the makeup. You just want to use very light-handed touches, tapping into the tin to pick up the product. Okay, so my bronzer is on. You could stop there, but let me show you how you can use the buff brush also for setting powder. Make sure you've wiped your brush off so it's clean. And then I like to just lightly place that underneath my eyes and in my T-zone. This will create a more matte effect, and it's going to help your makeup to stay all day, especially if you have oily skin. Pop that in my compact. That's my whole face, one brush.